Welcome to the ASME Scholarship Awards. My name is Jared Oren, and I'm excited to serve as host for ASME's third annual celebration of our scholarship recipients. This is really such a privilege for me, because what could be more fun than giving away money, especially to well-deserving future engineers? And what could be a better way to build the future of engineering profession than helping these amazing students pursue an engineering degree and their dreams? I'm proud to serve as a member of ASME's Board of Governors, and I am really passionate about providing opportunities for our next generation of engineers and building a more diverse, more equitable, more inclusive, and more innovative engineering profession. And ASME scholarships are one of the best ways we have for doing just that. Today, we are celebrating over 100 outstanding mechanical engineering students from diverse backgrounds who were awarded scholarships for the upcoming 2022-23 academic year. I want to thank all those who support the ASME Foundation and the ASME Auxiliary. Your donations are what make our scholarship awards possible today for these amazing students. Over the next hour, we'll hear from a variety of speakers, including our cohort of scholars. But let's get it started. It's my honor to introduce the Executive Director and CEO of ASME, Tom Costabile.
Thank you, Jared. You would be surprised how often I'm asked, what do engineers do? And the answer I give is really very simple. Engineers solve problems. We think of new ways to do things, collect data, and then we create solutions both digitally and physically. But some problems don't have engineering solutions, like the high financial cost of earning an engineering degree. The solution to that problem comes from the generosity of those who donate to our ASME Foundation and auxiliary scholarship funds. Today, more than ever, the world needs new ways to make our lives safer, healthier, and more sustainable. It will be today's student engineers who bring these world-changing innovations to life. At ASME, we are deeply committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion in our global engineering community, and scholarships help to provide a means to address that lack of diversity in our community. I'm very proud to say that 54% of the scholarships awarded by the ASME Foundation and Auxiliary were awarded to underserved students. I'm also proud to say that 35% of the total scholarships awarded this year were to female students. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone who has donated to and supported ASME scholarships. Your donations are creating life-changing opportunities for students who aspire to pursue engineering careers and make a difference in our world. And to the students who have applied and been awarded these scholarships, congratulations. As you pursue your educational goals and grow in your careers, you represent the best and the brightest in our professions. I also want to thank the volunteers and staff who have worked so hard to evaluate the applications and determine these awards. I know it's not easy to identify the most deserving students, and you all do an excellent, outstanding job. Thank you, team, and congratulations to each of our scholars. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Yuri Kanimba, an ASME scholarship alum and a thermal packaging engineer at IBM. With a bachelor's degree in industrial and systems engineering from North Carolina State University and an MBA from Carnegie Mellon University, Dr. Kanimba knows firsthand the importance of an education in engineering, and I'm thrilled to have her here with us today. Yuri, welcome.
Good afternoon, Tom. I'm happy to be here.
You attended Midwestern State University in Texas and received the ASME Willis F. Thompson Memorial Scholarship in 2013. Then you received 2 more ASME scholarships in grad school at Virginia Tech. Tell us, what did that financial assistance mean to you at that point in your engineering journey?
I'm one of the 3 children, and we grew up actually 5 in my household. And my parents were supporting all 5 of us. The 2 remaining were pretty much the children left who were pretty much orphans during the events. So my parents assisted them for the tuitions and fees. So my parents and Rana could not really support really all of us. It was really hard. Without scholarship, I could have not have realized my dream of earning a degree and becoming a mechanical engineer. Financial assistance was helpful, but just as important was the community and networking opportunity that ASME provided.
2 years ago, you were part of an ASME video showing the impact of our scholarship program. In that video, you described how being a scholarship recipient gave you courage and made you feel hopeful. That's a unique way to describe a scholarship. In what ways did ASME help you feel courageous and optimistic?
It gave me the courage to believe in myself and the hope that it was possible to accomplish goals. With the assistance of a scholarship, I was able to really focus now on my study, and so I can be able to graduate in a timely fashion. Even coming in as an international student, we also have like a maximum of 20 hours to work on campus. And even with that, I could maybe be able to cover maybe some of my living expenses. But in terms of tuition, the scholarship really came handy to really support me financially so I can really graduate on time and achieve my dream.
The two main goals of ASME's philanthropic work are increasing equity in engineering and helping build a more sustainable future globally. I know that both of those goals are important to you personally. As a member of two underrepresented groups, women and people of color, and an engineer working on technology innovation, how do those ideas of equity and sustainability find expression in your day-to-day work?
Inclusivity is very important in diversity here at IBM. There are various programs that IBM is involved, to increase diversity within the workforce and for minority and underrepresented people. One is involvement with the National GEM Consortium, which provide assistance to higher education to minorities across the US. And there's also Open PTech, which is a platform that has free and available content to anybody regarding the necessary skills to be able to earn a really good position at IBM. So all of those are available to anyone, even IBM employees as well, to get trained. And then at the end of the completion of a certain learning path, the person receive a badge that they can be able to display on their LinkedIn profile, and that increases chances to be able to get a job. And as well, when it comes to sustainability, is pretty much a requirement of everything we work on. For example, IBM set a new 2025 greenhouse gas emission reduction goal that exceed the rate of reduction that the UN panel on climate change indicated, which is necessary to limit Earth warming of 1 degrees Celsius above pre-industry levels. Basically, achieving net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2030 start with the way we manufacture or the way we produce or even develop some of the programs out here. By maybe embedding sustainable material, still high performing material, but sustainable material in our packaging product, and maybe maintaining or reducing the power that the machines and the mainframe that we produce uses. And also designing effective cooling solutions so there will be less heat being emitted into the environment.
I know that you were active in Virginia Tech's mentoring program. Now that you're out in the professional world, are you still mentoring? And what drives you to take your personal time to share with others that way?
It gives me joy to give back to the community. There comes a time where I really needed support to pursue my education, and ASME really came along and supported me. And it gives me joy to give back to the community through mentoring, either through new hires within my company or even externally. And it'll help me all the way up. And I want to repay my kindness by helping the next generation. So mentoring, absolutely. is now part of what I do.
Yuri, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you again to our scholarship donors, and congratulations to each of our scholarship recipients. Please join me now in watching this year's video about our 2022 Kenneth Andrew Rose Scholarship recipient, Crystal Bowers, followed by our top 4 scholarship recipients.
Hi, my name is Crystal Bowers. I am really grateful to be awarded the Kenneth Andrew Rowe Scholarship. Firstly, I want to thank the Rowe family for their kindness and generosity in setting up this scholarship and providing this contribution to my education. The scholarship means a lot to me because I will be able to earn my bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering debt-free, and it will relieve a lot of financial stressors in my life. Rather than working additional part-time jobs, I can focus on my undergraduate research in energy-efficient water desalination. Additionally, I can allocate more of my time to my studies and personal engineering projects. The first thing I did as a mechanical engineering undergraduate student at George Mason University was joining their ASME student section. Being new to the field and not knowing the different industries I could work in, I really valued the expertise ASME could offer to me. After a year of being a student member, I ran for election and was voted to be president. This was a pivotal moment in my development as a leader. With my executive board, our sponsor, and our department chair, we were able to launch a lot of amazing events for our student members. One of the events we launched was a women's machining workshop. This gave an equal opportunity for women and gender minorities to gain hands-on experience in a traditionally male-dominated engineering machine shop environment. We were also able to launch a welding workshop to give more members access to hands-on training in welding. Another event we were able to do was a high school engineering outreach program where we presented a PowerPoint about mechanical engineering to high schoolers and facilitated a fun structural building activity. I was also able to attend the ASB Student Leadership Training Conference in 2021. And this conference was an amazing opportunity. I was able to acquire a new outlook regarding leadership, and it equipped me with an understanding of how to stay involved with ASME volunteering opportunities during my professional career. I also just signed up, I think last week, to join the ASME Student Leader Training team to help organize the conference this upcoming year.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Yuri. Yuri, ASME looks forward to many more years of your support, collaboration, and leadership. Thank you. Let's hear from Sam Gibson, the recipient of ASME Standards and Certification Scholarship in honor of the late Zach R. McCain Jr.
Hello, my name is Sam Gibson. I'm currently a student at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and I am a recipient of the ASME Standards and Certifications Division Scholarship, the Zach R. McCain Jr. honoree for 2022 to 2023. This award is an amazing testament to the hard work and dedication required in the pursuit of a mechanical engineering degree. I'm now able to focus on providing more value to the UNL ASME chapter, as well as finishing my degree this coming spring. I strive to leave the world a better place than I found it, and this is ultimately why I decided to become an engineer. The impact I've witnessed engineers have throughout internships and professional research, I've realized that with the cultivation of intellect by a group, anything is possible. I'm incredibly blessed and honored to be a part of the ASME chapter, let alone being able to accept this outstanding award. Not only should students be a part of the ASME chapter at their universities and participate in local events, I also challenge them to test what's possible and apply to national scholarships. It may just change the trajectory of your career as it has for me. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the scholarship honorees today. We see something great and special in each of you. You were starting a lifelong journey as engineer to benefit humanity. Margaret Mead taught, "Never believe that a few caring people can't change the world, for indeed, that's all who ever have." With this scholarship honor comes the responsibility to do the hard work to improve the world. Each of you are one of those people who can change the world. You personally can advance engineering for the benefit of humanity. ASME will help you on your lifelong journey as an engineer to do just this. It has helped me. As a student, ASME member, I learned to love engineering. And without love, it's impossible to make a lasting difference. As an early career engineer, ASME gave me mentors and friends. Without others, it is impossible to improve society. As a professional, I learned leadership during my ASME service. Without leaders, it is impossible to change for the better. Please join your student section, become a leader, serve, be part of something bigger than you. Make ASME part of your lifelong journey as an engineer to benefit humanity. The next several scholarships are acknowledgements for ASME's codes and standards. As I mentioned earlier, each of you can change the world and advance engineering for the benefit of humanity. These next three scholarships come from three ASME honor and award recipients who paid it forward and donated their monetary honorariums back to the ASME Foundation for scholarships. We will then hear from two scholarship alumni. They will provide their insights on tough decisions made to achieve education and individual perspectives on the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion in engineering.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Michaela, and I am a former and past scholarship recipient for ASME. I am a recent graduate from the University of Houston, and currently I am working as my dream job as an engineer, a mechanical engineer in the energy sector.
I'm Jonathan Charleston. I'm also a former recipient of the ASME scholarship. I am doing my PhD at Virginia Tech right now in mechanical engineering. I am in my final year, so I'm excited to wrap up my thesis and join the industry to continue my passion in engineering. I guess right now the toughest decision I've had to make was going out of state for college and leaving my family back in Georgia. So that was a pretty difficult decision, but it's been fruitful because, you know, leaving out of state, I was able to meet a bunch of people from different backgrounds that I never would have met had I stayed in Georgia. And you know, it kind of grew the relationship I had with my family and the support that they give me and things like that. So it was a pretty tough decision.
So a lot of my sacrifices had to do with my time, where I designate my studying and kind of limiting the amount of access to, you know, going out and enjoying certain festivities. But also on the brighter side of that, going through the educational aspect of engineering helped me to manage my time a little bit more so that I can enjoy certain things as I progress my academics, getting involved with organizations like ASME and other engineering organizations. So sure, maybe there are losses when it comes to time, but there are other fruitful opportunities that come out of it as well. I'll start with a story. I didn't see a lot of examples of what it looks like to be a Black female engineer in the field, period. And it wasn't until the movie Hidden Figures came out that I finally got to connect and really just see myself in somebody else's lens, even though it was a movie based on a true story. But for me, just having that connection, it gave me that hope. It revitalized a lot of the dreams that I used to have when I was younger, because when you're going through education in engineering, it's really easy to kind of lose sight of what you're working towards. And if you don't have something to grasp onto, to focus on while you're working towards that dream, it's so easy for it to be lost. So definitely having some form of diversity and inclusion measures when it comes to a great organization like ASME, it means a lot because people can connect better, people can understand each other, and then we're a family on top of that. So why not? It just makes sense.
I would say it's important because almost at the essence of engineering is problem solving, being able to bring solutions. And sometimes there are solutions that are in place historically, and they may not be the best solutions to certain problems. And bringing people in that have the diverse backgrounds and experiences, they may be able to see problems from a different perspective and offer a better solution, or even more of a better critique on some solutions. So I think that's why it's very important to have diversity and equity in the engineering education and in STEM.
I'd like to take a moment to thank the ASME and the ASME Auxiliary Executive Scholarship Committees for their dedicated service to the scholarship program, which has allowed hundreds of students to continue and complete their engineering education. In 2023, the ASME Auxiliary will be celebrating the 100th anniversary of their organization. They have given out over $2.2 million to over 990 students and have loaned more than $954,000 to over 445 students. Let's hear from Alexandra Klein, a recipient of the Auxiliary's Alan J. Baldwin Scholarship, followed by the recipients of the ASME Auxiliary Scholarships and by our scholarships for graduating high school students.
Hello, my name is Alexandra Klein, and I am a student at the University of Dayton, and I am a recipient of the Mary T. Druin Memorial Scholarship and the Alan J. Baldwin Scholarship. As a woman in STEM, it's extremely hard to figure out if you're going to be supported in whatever field you go into, and the American Society of Mechanical Engineers has not only accepted me for who I am and my own passions. I, in my essays, wrote a lot about how I wanted to work with both the environment and biomechanics and somehow combine the two. And when I was writing those essays, I didn't think that it would really impact anybody because despite the fact that that's what I want to do, it's sometimes hard to really get that point across. And so I thank the American Society of Mechanical Engineers and the amazing people working with the various scholarships for supporting not only myself, but thousands of other mechanical engineers who really just need to be heard and seen. I am a part of the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, the Society of Women Engineers, and I just know that it can be very discouraging applying for general scholarships. So I definitely put on other mechanical engineers, especially female engineers, to apply for these scholarships and give them your all. You never know what's going to happen, and it can really support you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me, and I will definitely be paying it forward.
note the link on your screen and use it to join LinkedIn Alumni Scholarships Group to connect with other ASME scholarship recipients. If you're not already active, get involved with your ASME student section to take advantage of all the opportunities your membership will provide. And after graduation, consider joining the scholarship committee to give back to the organization that gives us all so much.
Good morning, good morning. My name is Luke Brown and I am a student at San Diego State University. I'm the recipient of the ASME Foundation Scholarship, and before we get started, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for this opportunity that you've provided me to alleviate a major portion of stress in my life. I am 33 years old and I was born and raised right here in Southern California. I was encouraged to go back to school later in life than most. I was working a full-time job as a product support manager for a software company, and our director of engineering really encouraged and pushed me to pursue higher education. It is an interesting journey coming back to school as an adult. It really is an opportunity, and I see that for what it is. One really difficult aspect has been balancing work and school. This scholarship has allowed me to focus more on the higher education portion of it and less on the financial aspect. I have been able to devote more time to my classes, and ultimately, relieving that stress allows me to be a better student. It allows me to reach my goals and pursue them of being an aerospace engineer. I really want to thank you for this opportunity again. It is a major source of relief in my life, knowing that I have some financial help coming.
Hello, my name is Andres Corona and I'm a student at CETIS University. I am the recipient of the Willis F. Thompson Memorial Scholarship, and I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity, as it will help me be more focused on my studies and also give my family's economy some peace of mind. I want to talk to you a little bit about myself. I like to be involved in my community with art, making theater plays, and with scientific dissemination. I lead a group of students that are passionate about approaching science to our city with different projects and different programs. I also academically like to be challenged with new contests or participating in some new programs that I find, and also learning new stuff when I can. One of my goals is to apply what I've learned in mechanical engineering to develop a newer, more efficient way of power generation, taking advantage of the solar and thermal energy that's available in my city, which is currently one of the hottest cities in the world right now. If you're a student and you're watching this and you're not part of the ASME community yet, I totally encourage you to be so, to be a member, as you can access many benefits, which are resources, the latest news, and meeting new people that will help you advance and move forward into your career. Also, you can apply for one of the many scholarships available for you.
Before we close, I just want to take one last opportunity to congratulate all of our scholarship recipients and to thank all of you for joining us today. A special thank you to our many donors and supporters. It has been a genuine pleasure to serve as your host today. And to conclude that role, I have the honor of introducing our last speaker with some final thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of ASME, Karen Oland.
Thank you, Jared, for being a terrific host for this special event. To our scholarship recipients here in the United States, and to all of our international students, I am pleased to congratulate you all and wish you the very best in the coming academic year. Your passion and pursuit of engineering education and professional excellence will ensure a sustainable future for our profession and the workforce needed to solve the challenges of the future. I speak from experience when I tell you that engineering school is not easy, but I promise you it's worth it and it is rewarding. I cannot think of any other profession that allows you to help so many people. As Tom mentioned at the beginning of the program, engineers are problem solvers. And as we all know, there are plenty of problems out there for you to solve. I'm confident that you will all do outstanding work and will represent the mechanical engineering profession brilliantly. I would also like to thank everyone from the ASME Scholarship Committee, the ASME Auxiliary, and the ASME Foundation, who worked so hard to make your scholarship awards and this event possible. Thank you for your dedication. And of course, thank you to everyone who donated to an ASME scholarship. Without you, none of this would be possible. I know I speak for all the scholarship recipients today when I say that your generosity is absolutely critical to empowering the diverse, qualified, and motivated next generation of engineers who will transform the world. Thank you all for joining us today. Together, we are empowering the innovative problem solvers of tomorrow and fulfilling ASME's mission of advancing engineering for the benefit of all humanity. Thank you and best wishes to all.